everyone. It is Friday, December the 22nd, 2023. I'm Doug. It's time once again to play some Wordle. Today, of course, is Friday, and that can only mean one thing. It is Fearless Friday. Now, Fearless Friday means two things. The first thing is that we're going to open the settings for Wordle, and we're going to turn on hard mode. And by the way, before we get too much further, just really quickly, there's a lot of folks that have asked in the comments over the last few weeks, a lot of folks who are new to Wordle. Believe it or not, people continue to find and discover Wordle and enjoy it all the time, and we get a lot of new folks coming in every week. So for the benefit of those who are newer to Wordle and or the channel, with hard mode, the way this works is when we have a letter that lights up in yellow or green, we must continue to use those letters in subsequent guesses. The greens have to stay in their position. The yellows can go somewhere else, but they have to be used. You can't just do an eval word without any of the yellow or green letters. You cannot do that. Now, something that is controversial and people debate back and forth, you are allowed to reuse letters that were gray, that didn't show up anywhere if you choose to. You can do that if you want to. There seems to be a lot of controversy around it, but that is in fact the case. But again, you must use all of the yellow and green letters in subsequent guesses until you get it right. That can put you in peril if you get yourself early on in a situation where you've got 4 of the letters locked in, but there's a lot of different possibilities for the 5th, particularly if there's more possibilities than guesses you have left. So anyhow, that's the first part of Fearless Friday. The second part is we intentionally try to use a difficult starting word on Fridays. Now, what we've done here is we're going to use a starting word from a series of YouTube videos I made last year called the Hard Starting Word Challenge, where I intentionally played Wordle-type games with very difficult starting words to see how many I could solve. And if you haven't checked that series of videos out and you enjoy watching Wordle playthroughs, for goodness sakes, after today's episode, go check out the playlist on our channel. It's a good time. I think you'll definitely enjoy it. So anyhow, the word Zanza was featured in, I believe, the 20th episode of that series. And so we are going to do that here and see if we can't solve using the word Zanza. Is our opener. What will happen when we put it in? And we get nothing, and that oftentimes will happen. That is not unusual for Fearless Friday. Now, the good news here is we have an open board. We can do anything we want in the second guess. We are under no particular obligations because we did not get any yellow or green tiles. So we can do anything we want at all. So I guess I'll go with probably one of the most common words I can come up with here. I think the best one to probably play here is the word store, S-T-O-R-E. There's a very good chance we'll get something to work with, and hopefully we'll be able to get our way out of this one. So let's go with store for eval on our second guess here. And look at that, just like that. Now we have the T and the O both out of position, but it's something, and we got ourselves something to work with. Looking at this, we must reuse now the O and the T. Of course, we also have the U and the I for vowels that are not looked at. We've got a number of pretty good consonants that have not been looked at either. You know what's interesting to me? I'll tell you what I like here. How about the word tough? We just moved the T and the O, scoot them over. So, of course, we're going to get some intel, hopefully, on those letters, or at least rule out places they can be. And then we can look at U, G, H. We'll get one of our remaining vowels looked at. G and H are not too bad in terms of consonants to look at here. So I think that's a good play. So we're going to go with tough and hope for the best here. Is the answer to today's puzzle the word tough? No, it's not, but look at that T-O-U. I was thinking we had it there for a minute there. I was actually stunned. I couldn't catch the word out of my mouth. I thought we had it, but I was just stunned. I couldn't get the catchphrase out. But in fact, we did not have the 4th letter. Wow. Okay. So TOU blank H. There's only one other thing it can be if it's not tough. It's touch. So we got extremely lucky here on our third guess here for Fearless Friday. Put us into a nice 50-50. I'm pretty confident I'm not missing anything. I'm 100% sure I'm not. So we could go and take it down with touch. Wow, the power of just, I guess, moving the T and the O over was definitely what got us over the line. No matter what I put after T and the O, I was going to be happy with it. Tough to touch. I'll definitely take it. So here we go. Let's make it official. Ladies and gentlemen, is the answer to today's puzzle the word touch? Yes, it is. There we go. Splendid. Nicely done. Another Fearless Friday conquered here on the show. And again, thank you so much, by the way, to folks who are watching for the first time or relatively new to the channel. Hope that's a good explanation of how Fearless Friday and, for that matter, hard mode work. It's a fun way to play the game. If you feel that you're not quite getting as much challenge as you'd like, you definitely want to fire up the hard mode. Let me know how you did in the comments below, especially if you guys also play in hard mode on Fridays or if you play it every day. I'd love to see how you do. Folks, tomorrow is Saturday, and of course, we'd like to give you that sneak preview. So we are going to be starting with the word bylaw tomorrow for Saturday. BYLAW, another interesting starting word, and hopefully an interesting puzzle. I hope you'll join me tomorrow, and we'll play some more Wordle.